Battle of Arsuf. One of the most famous clashes was the Battle of Arsuf in 1191. Richard's forces were marching along the coast while Salahuddin's army attacked from the hills. Salahuddin hoped to wear down the Crusaders with continuous raids. For hours, the Crusaders held their formation, resisting arrows and cavalry charges. Finally, Richard ordered a counterattack. The heavy knights charged with full force, breaking through Salahuddin's lines. The battle was fierce, and though Salahuddin's troops retreated, they quickly regrouped. Richard won the day, but Salahuddin's army was not destroyed. The war continued. Diplomacy and truce. Years of fighting left both sides exhausted. Richard could not conquer Jerusalem, and Salahuddin could not drive the Crusaders completely into the sea. The war reached a stalemate. Finally, in 1192, the two leaders agreed to a truce. According to the agreement, Jerusalem would remain under Muslim control. Christian pilgrims would be allowed to visit the holy sites safely. The Crusaders would keep a few coastal cities, like Acre. This treaty was remarkable. Instead of endless bloodshed, it established peace and allowed both Muslims and Christians to worship freely. Richard returned to Europe, and Salahuddin remained in control of Jerusalem. Their rivalry became legend, but their respect for each other set an example of honor that lasted for centuries. The humility of a king. Despite ruling a vast empire stretching from Egypt to Syria, Salahuddin lived simply. He wore plain clothes, slept on a humble bed, and ate modest meals. He gave away wealth to the poor and spent much of his treasury on schools, mosques, and hospitals. Unlike many rulers who grew arrogant, Salahuddin remained humble. He believed his victories were not from his own strength, but from God's blessing. One story tells that after his death, people checked his personal wealth. They found almost nothing. No piles of gold, no treasures, no luxury. He had spent everything in the service of his people. The man who had defeated kings and liberated Jerusalem left the world with only his sword, his shield, and his faith. The final days. In 1193, just a year after signing the treaty with Richard, Salahuddin fell ill in Damascus. He was only 55 years old. The news spread quickly, and people gathered to pray for him. Even his enemies in Europe mourned, for they had respected his honor and mercy. On his deathbed, Salahuddin continued to give charity. He ordered that whatever money remained with him should be given to the poor. Surrounded by scholars, family, and soldiers, he passed away peacefully, leaving behind a legacy that would never be forgotten. Legacy of Salahuddin. Ayubi Salahuddin's story is not just about battles and conquests. It is about values, faith, justice, humility, and mercy. He showed that a true leader is not the one who conquers lands, but the one who conquers hearts. In a time when cruelty was common, he showed compassion. In a world divided by religion, he showed respect to people of other faiths. His name lives on not only in Muslim history, but also in Western memory. Even centuries later, writers, poets, and historians speak of him as a model of chivalry. In the West, he is remembered as Saladin the noble enemy, and in the Muslim world, he is honored as Salahuddin Ayubi, the defender of Islam. His story teaches us that real greatness comes from character, not just power. The sword can win battles, but only justice and kindness can win lasting respect. Conclusion. From his humble birth in Tikrit to his rise as the liberator of Jerusalem, Salahuddin Ayubi's life was a journey of faith and courage. He united divided lands, defeated mighty crusaders, and ruled with mercy. When he died, the world lost a warrior, a statesman, and a servant of God. But his spirit continues to inspire generations. For Muslims, he is a hero of Islam. For the world, he is a symbol of true leadership. And for history, he remains the shining example of how one man, with faith and determination, can change the destiny of nations. Thank you for watching.